In the past, when electricity was produced in a factory or a plant, it was sent directly to our homes via what is known as an electrical grid. These grids were connected to one source of energy production, which then delivered the electricity from the producer to the consumer. This expensive and inefficient form of energy production was the standard for decades. Now, however, the majority of the world's population receives electricity via electrical grids that gather energy from a variety of sources, be that fossil fuels or solar energy. As the planet contends with the ramifications of climate change, however, we're seeing an increased amount of renewable energy flowing into these grids. In Europe, over 90% of renewable energy generated is part of the distributed energy network. But while these modern grids have transformed how we consume energy, there are various steps in the process of energy production and distribution that could be improved. SwitchDin is hoping to play a huge role in this energy transition.
So SwitchDin, we solve a problem in terms of managing distributed renewable energy resources. So we help to connect solar and batteries and key loads for homes and businesses with the management systems of electricity distribution networks and electricity retailers. So we basically provide a platform for building virtual power plants and for optimizing the operation of microgrids. The problem we're solving is that the technology and products that make up this asset base, the solar PV inverters and the battery inverters and power meters, it's a very fragmented market. And there's a lack of standards to allow interconnection, and even the standards that are there aren't uniformly implemented. But also, even with standards in place, the way we manage and optimize these systems changes depending upon the products. So we basically enable a utility to take a battery and solar agnostic approach to building aggregated services.
A complicated process. So how exactly does SwitchDin help energy utilities gather and distribute energy in a more efficient way? Well, it's all done via a virtual power plant.
So we have a device, we call it a droplet. It's a little gateway device, and we build into there all the software we need to talk to almost all the batteries and solar PV systems in the market, as well as power meters, as well as air conditioners and EV charge points. So we put all the software in there, and then as well as that, we include in there the advanced control and machine learning that allows us to optimize the way the site works. That gateway device, the droplet, then connects with our cloud platform, which is where we orchestrate across a fleet of systems. So take 1,000 homes and coordinate them to work together as if they were one large power station.
With all of this energy flowing back and forth, SwitchDin focuses on customers that it refers to as fleet managers. Depending on either the market or the business model of a customer, they are each of them hoping to improve processes while lowering costs. This may include a market facilities manager who wants to aggregate their sites in order to get a better deal with their retailer, or, as Andrew highlighted,
it might be a distribution network that wants to use all these distributed resources to create a demand response capability and integrate it with their distribution management system. Or it might be an electricity retailer that wants to orchestrate and aggregate lots of sites in order to improve, to trade into the energy market, to improve their wholesale risk position.
With the solutions that SwitchDin offers likely to improve energy processes across the globe, its client base extends to every part of it. However, it was the sunny land down under that gave them the perfect start.
So Australia is our home market, and Australia is really the best place in the world to be doing this now. It's the test market for the world, really, because of the high penetration of solar, the high cost of electricity, and we have a very educated consumer. So it's a great place to be building this type of product. But we've got an early foothold in Europe through our battery partnerships. We've just started with some pilot projects in North America.
With the power to manage, predict and plan the energy availability coming through the renewable grid, energy utilities will be able to integrate sources of energy in a more efficient way, which will in turn aid countries in hitting their carbon reduction targets. Something worth switching to.